another series on how to discover the genius in your child. Like I said, these are not for special kids. These are for every single child out there. So today we're looking at ages 3 to 4. For a child who is up to 3 years old, such a child should have started learning and singing simple songs. Of course, the understanding of time has increased. At this point, the brain already understands when it's time for specific things. So it's your duty to start teaching your child when it's time to go to school, when it's time for lunch, when it's time for break, when it's time to sleep, when it's time for indoor activities, when it's time to go out, when it's time to do whatever it is on your schedule for your child. And another thing is, the child at this point lacks moral concepts of what is right and wrong. So it's your duty to tell your child, don't do that, that's wrong. Use the words please, use thank you, say I'm sorry when you're wrong. So it's at this point that you start teaching your child moral standards. Another thing is, at this age, they could rebel if too much is expected of them. So do not put a lot of expectations on your child at this age. And the very interesting aspects of this age bracket is that they have increased attraction to gadgets. Yes, they are attracted to phones, they are attracted to laptops, iPads, television, and this is the point you should start monitoring the attraction and know how to confine it into something positive. Else, you lose it to something negative. So, the child is approaching ages 4. The child has increased his or her vocabulary span. At this point, the child is already speaking, making use of parts of speech, able to use nouns properly, like calling people's names, Precious, John, and naming things, naming items in the house, and a lot of things, making use of pronouns. Is able to say, he is coming, she said I shouldn't touch that, making use of adjectives, making use of adverbs and the likes. The child doesn't need to know that these are parts of speech. That's not the point. The point is that the child has already started using these in his or her daily speeches. So at this point, you should pay attention to the way your child speaks and ensure your child is speaking rightly at this age, ages 4. And also, the child should have already started counting at least 1 to 10. At ages 4, your child should be able to count properly. The child should be able to name primary colors, red, blue, and the likes of it. Your child has more attraction and understanding of the use of gadgets. At ages 3, your child has increased attention to gadgets, but at ages 4, your child should be able to start having an understanding of these gadgets. The child should be able to understand the difference between a laptop and an iPad and a phone. And it's not bad if you start teaching your child what these gadgets are for, so as not to, get it wrongly and probably damage it or think it's a plaything and fling it, pour water on it, and all of those things. Your child should be guided, should have started having understanding of this gadget. So if you observe that your kids are not on these intelligent quotients, it's your duty to teach your child. Your child is special, the brain is sharp and smart at this point. No child is dull. See you in our next series, and trust me, you won't want to miss it, as we will be looking at ages 5 and 6. Catch ya!